of a sudden I start channeling. I split the deck and I start channeling at the same time. I'm like, ooh, who's getting all of my, who's getting all of my residuals? Ooh, who's getting all of my? Okay, I don't want to get like, but then y'all seen, I told you I split the deck in the moon and the Five of Cups was in the direct center. Bro, I don't know who this is crying to the moon right now, okay? You see they crying over spilled milk, right? Crying to the moon, you know, asking God, asking the ancestors, asking the spirit guides, right? To try to move you back into their life, you know what I'm saying? Their musky moon rabbit magic. Talking about who getting all of my residuals. Boy, bah. Girl, bah. I don't know who this energy is, masculine or feminine, okay? But they tripping. Okay, tripping off the bat. Welcome in, welcome in. I just seen the judgment card try to peep out. Welcome in, guys. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? What's the vibe? Let me know down in the chat. Okay. I want to know. I want to get to know you guys, right? I do care about you guys and how you're doing on your journey, how the energies are treating you, and I want to know. Okay, let me know. All right, so we're gonna get into this reading. I'm gonna go ahead and pray into the cards. I just think it was very funny that before I even go live, that's the first thing I channeled. Okay, but I don't want to get into this liberty and truth for the lies they told on your soul. So let's get into this, okay? Because that was a channel message when I was creating the live. So we go get into that. All right. I call upon our great divine, our most high, our divine ancestors, and our divine spirit guides to give us the divinely accurate messages that we need as the collective to hear today. Not what we want to hear, but what we need to hear, spirit, in order to grow, learn, evolve on our journeys. Please allow me to deliver this message in a divinely eloquent manner that allows for all the souls to interpret and understand the messages and guidance that you have for them today in order for them to stay in accordance with your will for their destiny timeline. In Jesus' name we pray, amen, and so it is, Ashe. What's up, spirit? Okay, y'all. That's crazy, and that song's still, like, in my head. Who's getting all of mine? Who's getting all of my residuals? Man, this person really stressing. Oh my god. And I don't know if you guys listened to that song recently or, you know, like the lyrics of the song, okay? Because that song, like, if you listen to the lyrics of the song, it's like, you know, they broke up and everything, and it's like, you know, it's like you don't even know if they're getting back together, but now he's over here talking about some who's getting all of my, like, it's like, are you okay? Hi, Triple H. It's really like, are you okay? So let's get into this. Look, already with the Four of Swords foreshadowing the Three of Swords, right? This sorrow's got this person in contemplation about something here. Contemplation about how they came up against you, Spirit said. Isn't it a little too late for that? Right? I don't know who this karmic ex, karmic familia, okay? Karmic friend, okay, business partner. I don't know who this is, but somebody came up against you and now they feel bad. Because now they recognize who the F you are. The heck? Like, they've gotten clarity on it, right? They're like, ooh. So wait, the person I was going after and attacking and saying all these awful things about, and for some of y'all, you know, smear campaign, trying to drag your name through the mud type of thing, right? Make you seem less than, right? That you weren't capable of being this divine light being, getting ready for this destiny, right? And God said, nah, they've always been who I said they've been. Right, with the Seven of Wands and the Four of Wands. All right. Yeah, because they tried to come up against you. This is, look, I literally just said all this. So you see how he's literally fighting, trying to fight your ancestors and spirit guides from you getting all this recognition, right? From your ancestors showering you with this love and stuff like that. They didn't realize how deep this really was. Nah. They just mad because they didn't realize you was connected to the Most High and that the Most High was had their hands on you, right? They didn't realize they were gonna get got like that. All right, with the Knight of Cups. So this this person wants to make an offer about their emotions. Sound like an apology for me. Right? They want to act like they stand on business now with their how they feel about you and everything like that, but they couldn't stand on business previously, prior then, before all this went down. Right? Whether this is a karmic ex, karmic familia, okay, karmic friends, past partnerships, people who are just like, you know, they're wanting to come and make an apology, right? Stand on business about their emotions here because they, you know, finally peeping game on who you are. With the Five of Wands, realizing they shouldn't have come up against you because you're this empress. With the imaginary success, they realized that this was never going to succeed. You're this high priestess, you already know. Oh my god. That is so funny. Spirit said, wow, they really tried to. That's why they're trying to make this offer, guys. You already know. You already know this. You could be receiving signs about this. Okay. Synchronicities, angel numbers, right? Spirit animals, okay? Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, right? Especially, Spirit says you've been seeing 222. If you've been seeing 111. For some of y'all, 777. All right. These people are crazy, man. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Let me know down in the chat. Okay. All right, we're doing a collective reading right now. All you have to do is tap the screen to like the live, okay? Comment in the chat to keep the energy flowing and going, as well as I believe you can send donations to Cash App because it's in my bio. I don't know if you can do donations through YouTube right now, but it's not mandatory, but it is highly appreciated and I am highly grateful for it. Okay, so right now we're just talking about how Spirit is bringing you liberty and truth for how these people, all right, lied on your soul. Light on your soul's essence, your soul's meaning, right? The Ace of Swords, Five of Swords, and Strength. Yeah, you're very clear about how these souls try to come up against you. Okay. How they try to paint you out to be the bad guy. Right. And Spirit is giving you a victory for your strength. Okay. Once you've mustered through all this, right, held your head high, kept the balance within your energy, not allowed anyone to get you out of character, right? Some of y'all, these people could have been sending musky moon magic, all right, to make you go crazy, you know, make you lose your medulla, so that you can, so that they can prove a point about you, right? Some of these people really, they sent this evil eyes, these weird voodoo spells, I don't know, whatever they think was working under these under the full moons and new moons, right? And they really thought they could come up against you. And yeah, now that's why they in this sorrow, this heartbreak, contemplation, trying to make a move towards you, right? And Spirit said it's a no-go for me, right? It's a no-go. Right? It's not happening at all. So I don't know who this person thinks they are, and why they think they can waltz back into your life, especially if you're no contact with this person. It's kind of weird. It kind of, I don't know, somebody feels entitled to your energy, which is weird. I mean, oh, I can't even make it up, y'all. I just said all this. You know, Spirit be making my job easy, because when I don't even have to explain the cards, because I just literally said all of this. Right? See, some people traveled. Some of y'all, these people traveled, okay, to do this musky moon rabbit magic, right? Tell them tricks are for kids, all right? I don't know why they keep doing this musky moon magic and stuff like that, but tricks are for kids, okay? That's what we call them, musky rabbits. It's crazy. With the Knight of Pentacles and the Three of Cups, right? Spirit bringing you a celebration, something that you can hold, something that's tangible. Spirit said something that is like, could for some of y'all be money. Like, this person could owe Spirit like karmic debt to you, right? This person, if Spirit took this person to spiritual court and was like, you're guilty, now sign over your destiny to this other child, right? Because you decided to be just whatever that is, right? And so now you have to sign over everything that if you would have stayed on track with your life and did the things that you were supposed to do, right, you would have gotten that stuff. Now you have to sign it over. Go ahead and pass it on over. So some of y'all gonna get something tangible, something that they're gonna have to pay you back in the spiritual, that you're gonna actually be able to enjoy in the physical. Okay? And how y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Let me know down in the chat. Okay, I want to know how the energies are treating you guys. Okay. So right now, if you're feeling anything like antsy wise, right, it could be because you feel all of this in your energy, right? You feel this person doing this menagerie, right? You feel the Lord working and changing things around in the background, making sure that everything is settled and cool, right? So while you're feeling that energy, right, it could also be this person who is scared because you're about to come into an abundance like no one's seen before, right? For some of y'all, for some of you, is, you know, it's still going to be quite the abundance, but for some of y'all, this is crazy. Spirit said this is your wildest dreams. Still tops that. It still tops your wildest dream. So for some of y'all, this is and And that's because you not only do you got the energy of your destiny in alignment, right? But whatever this person had to give you is also added on top. With the Ace of Cups. Ooh. Yeah, definitely time to celebrate. Spirit said, celebration time. Come on. Doom, 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 doom. Okay, okay. Get happy, y'all. Do a little dance. I don't know. Alchemize the energy. Laugh. Laughing is a positive energy. Contagious positive energy, too. With the Nine of Pentacles, I can't make this up. Why aren't y'all celebrating? Why aren't y'all woohooing, thanking the Lord, screaming up and down, praising the Lord, jumping up and, you know what I'm saying? I need to be seeing the motion. Already be thankful for this balance, that the decision has been made on you to get, for God to give you this harvest. You were as innocent in this situation. These people really came up against you when you, the whole time you were innocent. What's this card? Yeah. And now they're being left out in the cold. What can you do? No, they wanted a cookie so bad. They risked their relationship with God for a cookie, y'all. I promise you. They wanted the clout, the fame, the riches so bad, they risked their relationship with God for it. That's crazy to me. I could never imagine risking my risking my relationship with the Most High for a false prophet, a false god like money. Oh my God, that is ridiculous. How do you get yourself cast out like that? I don't know. This person really, they feeling it though. They feeling it. Like you never really feel the Lord's presence until it's gone and out of your life. Right, then you start realizing, oh shoot, I should have strengthened my connection to God, because you know, when I had slight knowledge of the Lord, you know, things weren't as bad. But when I completely turned away from the Lord, it was like things just started going ham sandwich on me. You know, like you had no more cover or protection. Yeah. There's gonna be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I keep seeing the Judgment card, so I wonder if it's gonna come out. Yeah. See, I didn't know if we was gonna talk about this, but some of y'all, definitely some of y'all are master alchemist, right? I know we talk about alchemy a lot, right? And alchemy is just, the best way I could say it is, like, the easiest way is the manipulation of energy, right? That's the easiest way I can explain it, okay? Because you are just manipulating the energy for your highest good, okay? Alchemy really only works when you use it for good. When you try to use it for evil or wickedness, it still got karma attached. It's just like these musky moon magic rabbits out here trying to do voodoo, hoodoo, okay? These, you know, death spells, right? Like any of these, they're, if you're using your tongue, you're casting this spell. Let's talk about it. If you're using your tongue, you're casting this spell. If you're, especially if you're talking bad about somebody or talking good about someone, you are casting a spell. You are sending out energy into the universe. Okay, so whatever it is they're trying to speak over your life, whatever it is they're trying to do to you, right? They probably, if you post online and stuff, they probably looking at your pictures and going, stop, 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 stop. People are weird. People do that. I want you to be 100% aware that people will literally use your picture. And if you're just now joining me, I understand, because we just started going live on YouTube. But when we were going live on TikTok and everything, and we were at the desk, right? We read a book. Okay, we read this book called "Be Here Now," all right, by Dr. Alpert. Okay, so that book, he goes in and he's talking about a Mahadri that he met in India, right? And that guy, he's like, oh, I'll give you a picture of me, and he's like, what's the significance of a picture? Right? He was like, what? And he was like, if you let me have the car, I'll give you a picture of me if you let me have the car. Right? And he was like, well, first off, it's not even my car. He was like, we borrowed the car from somebody else down the mountain, and they were expecting to get it back. What are you talking about? He's like, that's why he didn't want to give the car, because he was like, wait, what? Like, this car doesn't even belong to me. And so he's like, okay. He was like, but I'll give you my picture for it. And he was like, what? Why do I need your picture? And it's because of a picture, a video, anything that captures your essence and your energy, right? It still holds your energy attached to it. Okay, so a picture of the Mahadri was important because he is a highly divine ranked being, that if you gave a picture, you're trusting this person with your energy, with your essence, as someone tries to throw evil eye, like, again, not talking about alchemy. um right? And my body has certain telltale signs that let me know before anything goes through, so it's really funny. um but yeah, what you call it, so, giving Dr. Alpert that picture was him saying, I trust you with my energy. I trust you not to try to do something wicked to me, right? That's basically what he was saying in that book, right? So you could have somebody who's like, if you post online, even if it's not frequently, right? Somebody who's just hating in the background and is trying to speak things over your life, okay, which is using their tongue, which is casting spells, okay, which is in the Bible, that if you use it for wickedness, karma will ensue. Okay? So some of y'all could be feeling that, like, if you felt a little down recently, or you felt like a little, like, just right? You could be alchemizing it, so you're feeling it because your body is also, like, warning you, like, telling you, like, hey, somebody is directing energy towards you, and you need to cleanse this out your system, cleanse this out your spirit. Okay, get rid of it, right? So like I said, a lot of you guys trust your intuition, trust your spiritual discernment when it comes to this kind of stuff, right? Like I said, when my eye does that, okay, I already know someone's trying to inflict evil eye on me, right? And I return intentions back to the sender. So whoever that is, good luck. You know what I'm saying? Good luck, because your own intentions will come smack you back in the face. All right. And I'm gonna keep your energy and eat it and use it for myself. Thank you. I'm blessed, because this is why I say, this is why I don't care if you love me or you hate me, because at the end of the day, that energy is still gonna go for my dharma. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna use that energy for my dharma. If you love me, right, you have the power to reclaim your energy at any time. If you hate me, your energy is forfeited and you will never get that stuff back. Why? Because me and the Lord had confirmed that you forfeited the energy. If you use your energy for wickedness, it's no longer yours. Okay? Remember that. And that's important to this reading, because some of these people, they really think they're out here doing this to you and the rest of the collective, right? And it's not working. Let's put the deck in the Three of Swords. That's crazy. That is wild. We're gonna put the cards back in the deck. Let's see. All right, anything else? Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Let me know how you're doing, okay? Grand Rising. Peace and love to you all. Victory. Anything else specific that you would like to tell us about? I kept seeing that card too in the middle of the deck, so I wasn't sure if it was going to come out or not. Every time I split the deck somewhere new, the Ten of Pentacles was creeping. Yeah, wish fulfillment, living your best life. Ain't nobody coming against your dharma at this point. Look at that with the King of Pentacles. Goddess, God, you're a plentiful, plentiful being right now, okay? You got this fertile energy and these new beginnings happening for you right now. The Justice card wanted to peek out there. This is justice. This is the Liberty Spirit saying, you living your best life, that's payback. To some of these individuals, it's payback. You living your best life with the 8 of Wands. Moving away from people trying to attack your kingdom, right? Moving away from that into calm waters. Ain't nobody gonna be able to touch you where you going. They're not gonna be able to touch you anymore. Spirit ain't having it. Because they really did try to come up against your kingdom. Your empire that you could be currently building right now. Right? You've been waiting for signs and signals that it's going to take off, or, you know, it's going to be, you know, worth your time and the effort that you've been putting into it, right? Spirit said it's definitely worth it. And I don't know who this is. It could be a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. I don't know. It's some kind of fire energy. Maybe they just like to be seen. Maybe they like to be the center of attention. So when people, like, they could have Leo heavy in their chart, okay? Because y'all know Leo in their ego, they love to be seen, like in a toxic way. It's not in a good way, right? Leo's in their ego, they like to be seen in a toxic way, right? They'll do anything for attention type of thing. That's when they're stuck in their ego. When a Leo gets out of their ego and is in their soul mission and soul alignment, right? Depending on their moon and their ascendant sign, right? They use that for good and not for whatever wickedness before, not just to feel the attention of attention. You know what I'm saying? Spirit said, I live for the applause, live for the applause. Wait, I don't remember the words. The applause. Yeah, somebody fiending. Fiending. Because they vote. Yeah, but yeah, they look at them. Dig their own grave, laying in the coffin, going, how do I get myself out of this? Now I'm being seen, but not in the way that I wanted to. Not in the way I wanted to be seen. Not in the way I wanted everybody to love me. As they watch you come up. Watch you be this divine light child meant here to do great things on this planet as they rot away with their poor decisions. As they ride away with their poor decisions. Two of Swords. What else you gotta tell us? What else you want us to know about this, Spirit? Oh, okay. We'll go to the next deck. My fault. Okay, Spirit says enough from the tarot deck. Alright. Welcome in. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Let me know down in the chat how the energies are treating you. I don't know if the chat is staying up to date or not. It might be. I don't know. If you said hi, welcome in. All right. Let me know how you're doing, how you're feeling, how the energies are treating you, because I want to know. I do care about you guys and your journey. Remember, we are building a community so that we can build world peace and awake all the unawoken souls, all right? This is my last lifetime here, guys, and I'm hoping it's yours last lifetime too, because I don't know about you, but planet Earth is ghetto and I'm kind of over it. So we got to build world peace so we can be done with it. All right, so everybody that come after us won't be suffering like this planet currently looks like. That's why we started this channel, to find all of our Divine Soul Tribe members. Nothing is set in stone yet. A time for healing. Okay, hold on. We gotta look at the ballistic one because that card rarely comes out. Oh, balsamic. I'm saying it wrong. Period. Nothing is set in stone with the mutable moon, and a time for healing with the balsamic moon, right? Basically, spirit telling you that you're okay, right? The direct line spirit wants you to know is patience is required at this time, right? It's time for you to really get into your self-care. Just prepare yourself for these blessings to come in. Allow yourself to really enjoy this time, okay? Right? Because you could like, yeah, for it's definitely for those of you who've been investing your time and energy into something that inspires your souls to sing, right? To be happy, your fullest capacity, right? And you've been wondering if, if it's worth it, or if you should keep going, right? If it's gonna, be able to be for some of y'all like your mainstream of income, right? Trying to just deal with those feelings, right? Because you could just, things are moving slow in the physical as it appears. You know what I'm saying? It appears to be moving slow in the physical, but spirit said is actually happening a lot faster than anticipated due to all of this, especially with those of you who know about alchemy and use alchemy, right? Like, this is literally happening a lot faster than you're anticipating. Okay. The luck is on your side. Okay. New moon in Sagittarius. That's funny. Some of y'all could be a Sagittarius moon. Okay. And spirit is letting you know that now is not the time to give up on your dreams. Now is not the time to give up on your investments, okay? But to keep pouring energy into it, right? So whenever you feel like, oh, you're uncertain about something, right? This is the time, right? You're feeling that because now is the time to push even harder, okay? Now is the time to push, to make sure that you accomplish this. That little right, that feeling where you're like, should I keep going? That is your sign that you're so close to getting where you're trying to be, right? That you need to keep going. Okay, that is your sign. Okay, whenever you get those like like, like you feel like I don't know, right? Because even you're getting all the signs, you know what I'm saying? Your spirit is telling you to keep going and everything like that, but it still feels like you're like, spirit is saying you need to push yourself. This is the final stretch. Push. You know what I'm saying? Like, do not allow yourself to give up when you're so close. All right? Let's see. Be bold and make the first move. The answers you need are coming. And a win-win outcome is the forecast at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, if you have faith in your dreams and you keep moving forward with okay, keep taking initiative for the life you want. Keep showing up for the life you are destined to live, right? Because once you stop showing up, you're forfeiting it. You know what I'm saying? You're basically telling the universe you don't want it anymore. Okay. All right. I know sometimes, you know, the Lord have you waiting, you know, a long time. You know, could be months, could be years. Okay. But for some people, you know, Spirit is really testing your drive and testing your commitment to it. Okay. Because if you just start something, right, or you're somebody who quits on things easily, right? You start a new project, you know. Hey, right, Spirit just wants to make sure that if I get you where you need to be with this, you're not gonna come crashing down or anything because you don't want to do it no more. So Spirit is just, you know, making sure that even if it takes 5-10 years, Spirit is making sure that you're gonna really say what you're gonna do what you're about, you know. You're gonna walk your talk, right? But Spirit said, yeah, if you keep moving forward with this, what are you worried about? Because there's a new start coming, right? Spirit is saying, I'm ready to bless you with this. Just keep going. Because if you stop now, then it's like, how am I going to bless you with something you're not even doing anymore? Okay. Anything else in this deck, Spirit? All right, and guys, remember, if you are in the United States of America and you're going to the No King protest today, make sure that you know your rights, okay? If you never know if they're gonna try to tear gas, so make sure you bring something like a mask or some kind of covering for your face to have with you just in case. You never know, right? Don't talk to law enforcement, military without a lawyer present, okay? All right. I don't know. I'm the type of person, if someone asks me again after I already told them that I want my lawyer present, right, I'm going to start reading my own Miranda rights. And if they keep talking to me, right? I'm looking them dead in their face, like, yeah. If you don't know what your North Node is, okay, I suggest you go look up your birth chart. I do have a website that you can go. It's called AC. It's Astro Charts. The link is one of my old videos, like one of the I think when we're talking about the birth charts and stuff. If you scroll down through my videos from like a few months ago, it should be in there, the website in the description for that, right? So if you're interested in that, or you could just look it up. It's ACE. It's when you go onto the website, you're gonna see their logo. It's like an A and a C, but it's called Astro Charts. Okay. So go look up your North Node because you are moving into this North Node and moving out of patterns from the past. Okay. You could be currently in your North Node, and that's why this destiny is approaching you a lot faster. Yeah, and the end of tough cycles, right? End of tough cycles means that you can no longer do things how you did them in the past, because your past self does not resonate with your present self. Okay, so you can't bring that stuff from the past to the present or the future. Okay. All right, so we're going to the next deck. That did nothing. That shuffle did nothing. I'm going to. We're gonna pick a couple and see what the angels, our archangels, have to say about this new beginning we're coming into, as we receive liberty and truth for the lies they told on our souls. Some of y'all, law enforcement got involved. Some of y'all, it was just spiritual court where the Most High got involved and was like, guilty. And I don't know, if you've been to spiritual court, ain't no jury in there, bro. Alright? That's not how things get done in spiritual court. You signed a contract. When you step foot... Ooh, am I now about to come off? When you step foot on this planet, okay, before you step foot, before you came through your mama womb portal, okay, you signed a contract. It is. I felt it coming off. That's fine. I was like, what you call it? You signed a contract before you came through that womb portal, and you was like, oh yeah, anything that I do on this planet that is not of light or love, I am completely 100% responsible for. Okay, same with when I spread love and light and everything like that, I'm 100% responsible for that, right? These are cause and effect. This is a law, cause and effect. You signed the karmic contract saying that you would obey the law of cause and effect. Okay, you were like, yeah. Your ancestors, your spirit guides explained your entire contract, what you were supposed to be doing on this planet, everything, all the lessons you were supposed to learn, everything. Your ancestors, your spirit guides laid it out flat for you. Okay, so when these musky moon rabbits got here and was still like, I don't remember anything we discussed in the ethers because there's too many distractions on this planet. So I'm just going to give into it and allow it to swallow me whole. Right? And people do that, right? So they do that, not realizing that once you come up against somebody who, took the other road, took the other path, and actually decided to embark on their spiritual journey and become closer with the Lord, right? That's when the Lord looking at these people like, okay. So what's the excuse though? And they don't have an excuse. I mean, what are they supposed to do in front of the God? What are they supposed to do in front of God? And be like, well, that person so and so what? No, this is not Adam and Eve. I don't want to hear it. You signed a contract. Your soul signed a contract saying you are responsible. Period. With Archangel Metatron coming out here to destroy these musky moon rabbit energies and empower you. Yeah. Look at all this love from the ethers. Pink. Love from the ethers. The ethers is going, yeah. We definitely handled that. Protecting. Sorry, I'm thinking gold, I'm thinking orange. Protecting your sacral, your creative energy. at this time. So yeah, that's why these people had to forfeit their destiny to you, right? Or the benefits of their destiny to you, because they tried to take your destiny. And it's like crazy, because every person is assigned a destiny. Every soul is assigned a purpose on this planet. You know what I'm saying? You have an assignment when you come down here. It's not like you get sent down here to go and do whatever the heck this is right now. Whatever the heck it is on the planet. Like, live your best life, but you still have an assignment. You know what I'm saying? And people get on the planet, get indoctrinated into their systems, into their governments, into society, and then they forget. They wholeheartedly forget. Right? When they forget, you know, that costs them a lot. It costs them a lot, right? Because you signed a contract. Spirit doesn't care if you were ignorant. You signed a contract, right? You said, I'm responsible for all my karmic debt. Spirit said, aha, you sure are. It's already, you already signed it. What you talking about? Paper. You know what was up. You know what was up. You knew what was up before you came on this planet. Don't act a certain kind of way. That's why the Lord, with responsibility, take accountability with your actions, spirits. The archangel is like, you gotta take responsibility for your actions on this planet. Okay. Archangel Hanel had to let y'all know. And what? Archangel Uriel. Okay, with divine wisdom and divine joy. They said, you gotta take responsibility. Okay. For having this knowledge always within you. Okay. They not playing. Archangel's not playing right now. They need you to know they're not playing. Okay, some of y'all probably got one. Archangel Metatron, Archangel Hanel, Archangel Uriel. These could be archangels on your spiritual guidance team. So they gotta let people know, like, you need to take accountability for what you did on this planet. And if you came up against my child, right, you finna pay. Okay, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Right? And you know, when people are like, you know, people talk about, oh, you know, if you go to heaven or you go to hell, right? And they're like, oh, well, you know, there's gonna be judgment day. You're gonna have to go in front of the Lord, and you're gonna have to, you know, plead your case as to why you deserve to be in heaven. And it's like, baby, plead what case? The Lord just watched you do everything on that planet. What case are you pleading? This is not a jury. There's no jury. It's based on how you was acting on this planet. Right? Yeah, it said a lot of these musky moon rabbits came up against powerful beings. They didn't even realize they were coming up against. Spirit said the entire ethers was ready to swing when they came up against you, bro. They were ready to swing. Everybody was ready. Oh my goodness. I think whoever these are, whoever these musky moon rabbits are, these karmic exes, karmic familias, okay, karmic business partners, or you know, karmic friends, right? Whoever this is, Spirit said they getting jumped in the spiritual. I don't know. Okay. I don't condone violence, but whatever our ancestors and our spirit guides do ain't got nothing to do with us. We can't control them. They're highly divine beings. Okay, how are we supposed to control them? What they do? Ascended masters, archangels. Like what? They don't have to listen to us. Just because they assigned in our team, that don't make us better than them. All right. That don't mean we get to boss them around and treat them any kind of way. It's not how that works. But yeah, they really came up against somebody that was powerful, that had powerful allies as well, Spirit said. And now they're getting jumped in the spiritual realm. So you could be seeing somebody go cuckoo loco because you know, these ancestors and these spirit guides is on them. They own them. All right. What's that one song? You said knucking and bucking and ready to fight. Oh, look at that. With Azrael, Archangel Azrael brings unity and celestial unity and peace. Okay. 2-year life, 2-year situation. Okay, you don't have to worry about this, right? This liberty, this truth that's coming out. Your ancestors, your archangels, okay, that are on your spirit guidance team, they've been handling everything behind the scenes with the Lord, okay? Right? They're just wanting you to be aware now, right? So that you understand, okay? But they peep game the moment the person spoke on your energy, okay? That's how fast some of y'all ancestors is, all right? They, as soon as somebody start thinking or they start you know, wishing something bad, as soon as it, before it even come out, your ancestors already next to them like, what's up? What'd you say? They ain't even say nothing yet. They didn't even come out their mouth yet, so they can speak a spell over it. They didn't say nothing yet, and your ancestors already there like, say it, I dare you. I dare you. Go ahead. Go ahead. Try me, please. Right? Because your ancestors talking about they got time today. They got time today. Every day, any day. Spirit said, every day, any day. It don't matter when. Somebody tries you, Spirit is not going to be happy. The divine is not going to be happy. Your ancestors, your spiritual guides, they ready to pounce. Said, try my child, I dare you. Your ancestors are the definition. Your ancestors, your archangels on your spiritual guidance team are the definition of FAFO. Are the definitions of FAFO. Okay? Because they don't play about you. Anything else you want them to know? Let's see, cause that's wild to me, you know? Ooh. Okay. That's why Spirit said they getting jumped. Cause some of y'all are a reincarnation of an angel. Angelic light body. You've got the essence of an angel inside of you. Your soul is a reincarnation of an archangel for some of y'all. For some of y'all, just regular earth angels and stuff like that. But for some of you, like, they really came up against a powerful being. And for those of you that are like highly ranked as angels in past lives or in the ethers because you reincarnated on the planet in a human form vessel, right? Some of y'all, your spirit team isn't telling you who you were, but they definitely want you to know that they should have never came up against you. Yeah, they did not realize how tight you was with everybody in the ethers, light and dark alike. Light and dark alike. They did not realize how tight you were with all the light entities and all the dark entities. Nobody want to come up against you. Nobody in the ethers want to come up against you, and the dark entities that they sent to come up against you and stuff like that through their wicked magic and whatever that stuff is that they're trying to send, right? These people, these demons were like, wait a second, hold on, why'd you ain't tell me the full details of who this was? They mad because they like, why didn't you tell me who this was? Why didn't you tell me that this being was somebody that's respected in the ethers like that? Okay. Archangel Amelia. Um, definitely wants you to look within with this energy, but still, like these people, they didn't. First, they didn't really, they didn't know the energy that you held inside when they sent these people after you. They were only looking at surface level. They weren't paying attention to the essence of your soul. So when this demon tried to come up against you, for some of y'all, right, these dark entities tried to come up against you, and they saw the light of your soul, they felt like they was set up. Okay, Spirit said they felt like these people set them up for failure and destruction and to be blotted out of the universe. They really thought these people set them up. So I don't know who they enlisted to try to come after you, but they switched up on them, because they was like, they came after you and they was like, oh no, you trying to get me in trouble. Oh no, no, I'm good on that, actually. Have a blessed day. I'm gonna head over here and mind my own business, because that's not for me. Y'all got some these demons, these dark entities scared because they know who you are in the ethers, and they like, I'm not going up against that. I'm not going against them. Why would I do that? Why would I put myself in that situation? You're trying to get all of us got. No. It's not me. It's not for me. Right? Yeah, with love. Literally these beings, okay, show you more love than and respect than these people do, right? These dark entities show you more love and respect than these humans do. So it's like, they sent these people to prey on you, and they're showing you more love and respect. They're like, whoa, no, not her, not him. Nope, ask somebody else. Can't be me. Couldn't be me. Right? I'm not. You don't see the light around that person. Oh, you blind. Nope. That's not my cup of tea. I don't go around messing with God's children. That get you got. Okay, I don't know what. No. Right? They really could not come up against you. So they're mad. They're mad at these people for calling them and being like, doing this menagerie, this magic, this musty moon magic under the moons, for calling them to try to put a spiritual hit on you. They're mad. They're pissed because they're like, why did you call me for this? Why'd you enlist my services for somebody I can't even touch if I wanted to? Why would you set me up like this? This is like you were setting me up so that, I get in trouble. What, did you think you weren't gonna get in trouble too? Nah, some of these people are out even being beat up and bullied by these dark entities that they sent against you. Okay, these dark entities are pissed that they sent them against you. So now now these dark entities are on your side, and they like, nah, you should never came up against them like that. Why would you do that? Why would you set me up, set them up? No, you set yourself up. Okay, because people want to play and play with magic when they don't even understand it. They don't even understand energy. So how are you gonna play in magic? It doesn't make sense, because you don't understand energy. Promise you don't understand magic at all. Okay. Let me see. Archangel Orphelia. Orpheal. 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. Alright, Orpheal wanted to let y'all know you don't need to worry about any of this. Okay. This is basically our step out of your comfort zone card, right? That we had got in the Moonology deck. Telling you to embrace the road ahead. Trust your intuition. Oh, hello, my hand. Trust your intuition. Okay. Trust your spiritual discernment. Speak your truth. All right, because some of y'all maybe need to tell y'all a story about how these souls came up against you. All right. I know personally, right? I'm getting ready to tell the story about what happened during my relationship with that warlock. Okay. Just because, you know, I'm not gonna air out any like personal information about them. I'm not that kind of person. Um, but I think it needs to be put there because y'all don't like I said, it's a collective reading. So you take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Meaning we're talking about the energies that are just in the atmosphere around the entire earth, the collective, right? So a lot of y'all are feeling this, okay? But I also can relate to this too, guys. So so I feel and I understand where you like where this energy is coming from for the collective, right? Because you know, I know it's not just me dealing with these musky moon rabbit energies, okay? And as you see, spirit will snitch on those participating in wickedness, evil, menagerie, right? Inequity, inequality, anything that isn't just love or peace, right? If it isn't justice, if it isn't love and it isn't peace, who the Lord will snitch on you. You don't get privacy in that regard. What card is it? 78. Okay. Yeah, you don't get privacy at that point. When you're doing dusty, crusty things in the background, the Lord's gonna snitch on you. Okay? Gonna tell their child and be like, this person is doing dusty, crusty things in the background. Tell them tricks is for kids. Okay, I don't know why they keep doing this stuff, right? Trying to destiny swap, and that's why we gotta hit them with the swiper, no swiping, swiper, no swiping. Cause no, can't have it. Period. Ooh, all right. Period. Yeah, cause you could, girl, God, did you level up? I think your crown chakra, your third eye, and for some of y'all, your throat chakra has leveled up. Love to see it. Love to see it. Period. Period. So why they trying to tear you down? God is leveling you up. Oh, that's funny. That is beautiful, spirit. Period. Because what they're trying to break you down, tear you down, trying to attack certain, especially if you got spiritual gifts and you're open about your spiritual gifts, they could be trying to attack. That's why they're trying to attack your crown, your third, and your throat, right? But spirit is saying, nah, actually, I'm just using that energy you're sending to attack it to make it stronger. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna use that to make it strong, so that when they keep trying this stuff, you get an immediate beep beep download, beep beep dream, beep beep synchronicities, beep beep. You feel it in the if you feel it in the atmosphere, beep beep. Some kind of sign that the Lord is like, right? You go do your tarot cards, or you go, you know, on trusted to your trusted tarot reader, and you're like, they're talking about it too, and you're like, and it's like beep beep messages coming through. Like that's they came up against you, try to do this stuff, and it's just making you more powerful. But I mean, I don't know that like keep doing you, Buki. Okay, don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your goals and stuff. Keep doing you. Keep pushing forward. Um, don't worry about these musky moon rabbits as your ancestors, your archangels, your spiritual guidance team. And the Lord is all working in the ethers right now to clear up this mess and bring liberty and justice for your truth, okay? Right? They're not going to let anybody do any harm to you, okay? All right? Because you are in your destiny timeline, right? You are on your destiny timeline right now, okay? Right? They're not gonna allow. God gets even more pissed when people try to touch the people that are getting their lives together with Christ, right? If you really like, if you just looking, you cruising for a bruising, okay, you know, then it makes sense why you would go and touch somebody who is divinely appointed to be in the position they're in. You know what I'm saying? If you do that, right, you're asking for all the wrath, for all the karma. You're asking for the spiritual beef, the spiritual warfare. You know what I'm saying? And you can't be mad, right, if the Lord clapped back. Because if the Lord clapped back and you're sitting there like, whoa, I just got myself dragged by the Lord. Why? Maybe because you should have not have come up against who you came up against, because that the Lord's hand was on them the whole time. Okay, that person is on their mission, meaning they are divinely appointed to be where they're at right now. All right, nobody gets to tell them they can't do what they're doing because the Lord has already okayed it and put it there for them. When you're on your mission, the Lord makes doors open. Easy. Pathway easy. Breezy. Of course, there's trials and tribulations, okay, but still, you know, it's a lot easier than if God is like, I don't want you to go down that path. Right? Because when God don't want you to go somewhere, you ain't going down there. Ain't happening. It's not happening. Spirit will literally block your entire way from getting over there. The Spirit said, don't go over there, don't go over there. Right? I know you're like, well, I got free will. But if Spirit says don't go over there, okay, right? There are certain times where you need to just be obedient. Okay, there are certain times where you just need to be obedient. All right. All right. Don't let your free will get you in trouble, because if you go still, you know, and the Lord is like, well, now you got to learn a lesson. You're getting extra. Why are you putting yourself through extra lessons? Why would you do that to yourself? Just listen the first time. Right? So seriously, these people really, God put you in this position, whatever it is that makes your soul sing, right? Whatever has your soul expressing itself to its fullest capabilities, right? Spirit is saying, I put that child in that position because I wanted them there. I still want them there, but they're going to remain there, and nobody is going to dethrone them because I put them on that pedestal. Why do you think you could dethrone somebody that I lifted up? They thought they could dethrone Jesus. Did it work? Nope. Did not work. Alright. So these people really, they have to, I don't know, read the Bible a little bit, right? Even if you read it for surface level, you should be able to comprehend that you should not touch somebody on their mission. Should not touch somebody while they're on their destined path, right? Because once God swoops a person up, it's over. The devil can no longer touch them. Okay? The devil has no sense of direction in this area. He come over here, he already know he blotted out of existence. You know what I'm saying? So these musky moon rabbits need to learn the exact same thing, right? And a lot of them are gonna learn it the hard way. Right? Not to touch people who are on their destiny path, not to touch people who are completing their mission on this planet. They're gonna learn it the hard way. All right, and may the Lord have mercy on their soul. But whatever happens to their vessel ain't got nothing to do with me. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Ain't got nothing to do with you. Have mercy on their soul though, because they still a soul in a vessel. That don't mean I have any control over the vessel, right? So whatever the Lord do is whatever the Lord do. Okay. All right, guys. So yeah. So that's the collective reading for this week. Really, it's been on the same thing, but Spirit just wants you to know that you are getting this new beginning. You are getting liberty. You are the truth has been exposed about these people. You don't have to worry about any of that. Okay, all of that was hidden in the dark is coming to the light. Okay, and these people get to be mad and bitter while they watch you succeed and build an empire, build you know, sustainable and generational wealth, not just for you, but for everybody that you surround yourself with, right? You're inspiring the planet. Okay, you're making moves to help with different catastrophes on this planet, right? You're investing yourself and your money into helping make sure that this planet moves into world peace, right? So it's like they get to watch you do all these great things, plant all these great seeds, right? And have a legacy when you leave this planet. They get to watch you do all of that, okay? Spirit said they get to watch, not for a long time, but a good time. Ooh. What that mean, Spirit? Wait a second. I just thought about that a little harder. What that mean, Spirit? He said not for a long time, but a good time. So seriously, they get to see you take off and come into this abundance and this new beginning and all this love that the universe has to shower you in. Ooh, but karmic debt. Spirit said karmic debt will be catching up to them soon. And some of the things they wished on you, Spirit. So the song, I was about to say, Spirit's got a grave with their name on it. And you know that song, when he's like, Spirit, you know, God's got a blessing, God's got a blessing, right? With my name on it. Why Spirit channel that song? But when I was thinking about the grave, they were like, with their name on it. I was like, what? Spirit is crazy. I don't know. Y'all know that. What? Goofy, because why would Spirit channel me that song? That song is a song like. But Spirit said it could work both ways. You know what I'm saying? No, Spirit, I'm a little just lost on that one, but I get it because it's like, you know, you coming into these blessings, so it's like God's got a blessing, God's got a blessing, you know, with your name on it. But for these other people, you know, God got a grave with their name on it. So it's like, dang. Duality. I be feeling bad, y'all. I feel bad. In the sense that I'm like, Lord, have mercy on their soul, but not in the sense that, like, you kind of did this to yourself, bro. It's sad, but at the same time, you did it to yourself. So how could I ever be like, you know? I don't know. There's certain things I can be empathetic about, right? A lot of things, but self-inflicted pain, self-inflicted harm, self-inflicted karma, like, baby girl, I can't feel bad for you, bro. I'm gonna pray for mercy on your soul, but I can't feel bad for you at all. At all. You caused this. This is your own fault. You did this to yourself. Okay? Same with if you don't heal your trauma and then you make it everybody else's problem. Go heal. Okay? I don't if you don't heal your trauma, that means you're stuck in the past, and that's self-inflicted pain. Okay? And I will not I will go heal. Please. Don't sit there unhealed, right? You could cause yourself dementia or Alzheimer's disease because you don't want to remember the rest of your the parts of your life. You put too many memories in the subconscious, and now it's gonna take completely over by the time you get 70, 60, 80 years old, and then you won't have no recollection of your life unless it's the past. You want that? Then go heal your trauma. Okay? Scientists have been finding recent studies that show that if you have unhealed trauma, and a lot of it, right, you're more at risk. Okay? You're more at risk for Alzheimer's and dementia. Okay? So please, go heal your trauma. Okay? Before you end up in a nursing home, wondering why nobody texts or call you, why you ain't got no family, okay? And the only people that looking after you is the people that get paid to be there. All right, some of them actually like their job, and the rest of them, they're just there for the check. Okay. Hi, Miss Princess. How you doing? How you feeling? Let me know down in the chat. So yeah, guys, just these musky room riders, I really like. Spirit said they got a grave with their name on it, so they're gonna be watching you come up for a good time, not a long time, because they do have a permanent ending. In the works for them. Okay, whoever this is could be really sick. So if you've seen anybody close to you get really sick, like cancer or like just anything that's like really bad for their health that might take them off this planet. Okay, like you never know. It could be something simple too. Simple cold. Now bro got leukemia. COVID. Now bro can't breathe. Water in the lungs, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's bad. It's bad. Like if you've been seeing people go down like that, where it's like something that was simple turned into something very bad, and then as well as just remember to keep having. Spirit said, just remember, pray for mercy on their souls, compassion and forgiveness. Right? We don't wish this kind of stuff on our enemies. You know what I'm saying? Because they not even our enemies. They God's enemies. Because we ain't do nothing to them. So I don't know why they try to do stuff to us. So seriously, you know what I'm saying? Some of these people just be hating to hate. Hate you, but want to be you type of thing. Right? But Spirit is like, these people have a permanent ending. Okay, it's coming about, right? For how they came up against you. And as simple as that. That's liberty, and and the truth is being exposed, right, as they come up against these things. Okay, so if you just seen like people get sick or get cancer or any, just like if they passed from a heart attack, you know what I'm saying? And this isn't just people that could be like karmic familia, karmic exes, this isn't just karmic friends, karmic business partnerships. It's not just those kind of things, right? I'm even talking about on a grander scale. Okay, in the entire planet right now, anybody participating in wickedness, inequality, inequity, okay, evil intentions, right? Any of that. If you are in that umbrella terms, this is what I keep trying to warn you guys, right? If you are in that umbrella terms of doing things that are not of love, justice, and peace right now, right? The Lord is writing your name down, and that name is set in stone, that you will be getting plucked off this planet because you do not align with the energy of love, justice, and peace anymore. Therefore, you can't be here anymore. Right? This is the planet energy is going into an energy of love, justice, and peace, which is why I tell you guys, we speak love, justice, and peace into the atmosphere of this planet, because we are shifting fully into the 5D energy. Okay, the energy of love, unity, and peace. We are not going into lower vibrations of chaos, fear, hatred. We're not doing any of that. So the people that are perpetuating those kind of energies, they are being plucked out of existence. They do not get to be here anymore, and they will have to try again once the energy of this planet moves more into the 5D fully. Okay, that's when Spirit will be like, okay, you can try it again. But that's only when we move the planet enough so that the basis of this planet is love. Okay, so until the basis of this planet is love, they really gonna be stuck in limbo. Whatever punishment God got for them, because you God's gotta clear out that karmic debt somehow. You know what I'm saying? It's gotta be cleared out somehow. Because sending you to planet Earth, especially when we move into the energy of love with that much karmic debt, isn't not gonna be fun for you. So spirit's gonna wash it out somehow. So honestly, it's not gonna be a fun time regardless if you get plucked off this planet right now. And you've seen people get plucked off this planet, so I don't want anybody being like, I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, you do. Okay, Charlie Kirk. Yes, you do. The Pope. Okay, that CEO. That the Luigi guy off. Right, because to me it was just God working. I don't know, y'all better blame, y'all better be like, oh no, that was because God. It was 100%. You think God set that man up, set that CEO up for failure? Seriously. Once more people are like, oh, they feeling type of way about that CEO, God was like, oh yeah, I'm placing this idea into this soul. We're gonna move the pieces around here. Yep. Get you there. Okay. Nah. And then yeah, the CEO got. The Pope was talking to JD Vance the day before a heart attack. Okay, so what were y'all discussing? That the Lord said, nope, you're done, cut off. Y'all don't find that weird? The Lord got so pissed at the Pope that he took him off the planet. You don't find that weird? You had to ask yourself, what was the Pope doing that pissed the Lord off? Because if y'all don't know, last Christmas he was out here opening demonic portals, calling them portals holy portals. I don't know about y'all, but I ain't never heard of no holy portal. Not from the church, anyway. Is that what? No. That don't make no type of sense, right? Then he go and have a whole meeting with JD Vance. That was the Lord, y'all. That was the Lord. Because we don't know what was discussed in that room. We wasn't in the room where it happens. So we don't know what happened in that room. All we know is that the Lord was upset. Okay. All right, because the Lord said, yeah, no. Pope privileges revoked. Right now is not the good time to be playing with the Lord and playing in the Lord's face. It's not a good time. It's not a good time. Right? Especially since a lot of us light workers are bringing all the menagerie that's being done in the dark to the light. Don't get caught in the dark, bro. Don't get caught in the dark. Okay. All right. Be as light as possible. All right, you guys. Okay, so that was it for today. We will not be here tomorrow because it's Sunday. I already know. So no Sundays. We will be back on Monday. And I'll let you know what time Monday. I'll let you know. Alright, I love you guys, okay? If you're just now joining us, make sure you go back and watch the entire live so that you can get the entire guidance and message that was here for you today, okay? About the liberty and the truth, about these souls who came up against you, okay? Alrighty? You guys have a blessed day. I have to hit this X right here. You guys have a blessed day, and I hope you guys really take those messages and you use them to grow, learn, and evolve on your journeys. Okay. Remember, we speak love, justice, and peace. Why? Because we're gonna be on God's good side. Okay. Have a blessed day. I'll see y'all Monday. All right. Peace. I love y'all.